Hello, last day on Earth, friends and community. This is Chris Kobe coming back with another video. I had made another video, and the first couple of videos were me complaining a lot about the game, but I really like it. I mean, it's a constant grind fest, and I was getting really upset because I felt like a lot of people now feel about this update that Kafir is making this a whole lot more pay to win. But I really think that that isn't the case as much with this upgrade. Is actually very helpful with some of them. I my intent was to buy. I bought 20 of these packages, the blueprint packages, to with the end goal to get as many blueprints to be able to show you guys which mods you will eventually be unlocking. I have about 80% of them, not including the ones that have the active mod. What I mean by that, the mod with active skill, I don't think you can get those because I didn't get a single one. There are even a couple weapons that don't have an active skill one, like the cleaver and the metal pipe. And I'll go over that a little bit more as I go each one of those. What I will also do after I'm done uploading this video is go back and putting in the description the times for each one of the guns. So if you want to look up specifically shotguns, or SCAR or whatever, you can click on that link and it'll jump to the video right away. But for the time being, let's get right through it. Like I said, I have about 80% of the all the upgrades that you can unlock right now. Obviously, still missing a couple. So once I get those, will be making edits to the video and adding those in. For right now, just go through these. I won't say too much about what I think of that particular upgrade because it's hard to compare when I don't necessarily have all those upgrades. I may give a couple pointers here and there about a couple ones that I feel like are really helpful and that you would certainly want to go after. But other than that, I'm pretty much showing you what the upgrade is because when it's locked, you can't really see anything. So yeah, I'll just be showing you what the upgrade gives and what obviously the material is going. I'll leave it for like about 5 seconds just so you can get a good look at it. I mean, you can certainly pause it, but I'll probably do it like 2 to 3 seconds. You can pause it and go on to the next one. So without further ado, here we go with the pistol. Comfortable magazine. These are the materials that are required. It gives plus critical chance and speed. I'll probably do that, just outline what it gives you and then move on to the next one. Extended magazine, I feel this one's really good. Plus two durability. Speed makes it a whole lot quicker. That's really nice, especially now since the pistol doesn't jam. These are the all the materials that are required for it. Don't have that one. Red dot sight, plus 2 critical damage and range. So that's nice to be able to hopefully help kill some towers if you add another range buff to it. Active skill mod, this is what I was saying before. I don't have any one of those. I don't think they're available for any one of the weapons, not even the melee weapons. Muzzle break, plus damage, minus durability. I'm not a really big fan of when any mod reduces the durability, so I most likely won't be getting this, but that's just my playstyle and doesn't necessarily have to be your guys' playstyle. I don't think adding a little bit more damage to the pistol really makes it reach any certain break points. For example, it does 20 automatically, so adding like 2, 3, 5 damage is not gonna put it so that it reaches a peak so that you end up actually saving a bullet that would make up for the durability. Losing a little bit of durability. That's not the case in one of the weapons later that I will outline. Let's move on to the next one. Long muzzle break plus damage again, a lot of damage, plus the critical chance, minus durability, and plus noise. So similar to this one, but just a little bit better. Obviously, costs more though too for the materials. If you guys notice, like this one, the steel plates requires 3, when this was just 2. This one was 45, when over here is 36. I mean, the other things stay about the same. That's about it. I didn't get the silencer. I really wanted the silencer for the pistol. Oh well. I'll keep grinding to get that one out. I've yet to find a extremely rare blueprint out in the red zones or anywhere really. I've gotten blueprints just besides the ones that I bought. One in every like 3 or 4 red zones too. So that's some useful information as well. I didn't have any luck in one red ticket crate at the bunker yet. I've hit about like 4 or 5 airdrops. I think I got one out of those 4 or 5. So again, about like a 20-25% chance of getting it in the airdrops. Um, but yeah, the most consistent zones right now are the red zone. Like I said, one in every 3 to 4. So that's a little bit more like 30 to 25% chance, higher chance of getting it. But so far, mainly commons. I think I got one rare. So yeah, just keep grinding out the red zones and you eventually get them. As far as the glue, um, yeah, red zones as well. I usually just go up to the north to get those. Let me check on my guy so he doesn't run out of food here. Um, there you go. I usually go north to the oak, and then you constantly keep going back and forth to those. So that's how I get my most of my glue or a lot of my glue. Okay, so we were at the long muscle break. You guys see already for those. Like I said, I was comparing to the other one. It's cool to improve shutter. I left that one for damage. Speed, so that makes it shoot faster again. Noise, don't really care if it makes more noise for me. Don't really care about critical chance, at least the opportunity to get it. I am, again, one of those players that would rather go on the more reliable stuff. So, like I said, I don't like losing durability. And I don't like critical chance or leaving it up to chance to get extra damage. I would rather have it be consistent. Although compared to this one, this just upgrades one more extra speed. Well, this one increases critical damage. This one just increases regular damage altogether. The damage goes down for this one. Again, don't like that. It's just flat damage, not the percentage of critical damage. And plus noise. There's the materials for those. Modified shutter plus speed, really nice. Critical chance, don't really care for that. That's just me. There's materials for that. -2 durability. I would not trade the minus durability for the opportunity to do critical chance, but that's just me. This one seems really good, but obviously really expensive. Plus damage, plus critical chance, and plus speed. Eventually I'm going to go for that once I get the mods for a couple other stuff. I really want the silencer for the pistol though. Critical damage, just because it doesn't miss, and then when you're in a raid, I mean, I guess in the raid it's not really that essential, in my opinion, to get the silencer on the pistol because you bring plenty of heals. It's not really critical if you miss, with rifles that are now missing. Red laser, critical damage. Um, it adds, but lowers regular damage in general. I would not do that personally myself. And the upgraded version of that, the green laser plus range, so not just all pluses but no negatives, and obviously increases more. Moving on to the shotgun, you got the small ammo plus durability plus critical damage. There's the materials for that. Obviously, the big ammo is going to be improvement on that. It makes it not just the durability. It gives a lot more durability. It gives a lot more speed than just regular damage, but and it doesn't do any critical damage. That's the comparison versus the two. Muzzle brake plus damage plus noise minus durability. Again, not a fan of the minus durability, but that's just me. Those are the materials for that one. Silencer plus damage somehow increases damage. Minus range. Shotgun's already short range. Like they pretty much almost already have to be close to your face. Minus noise, always a plus. If you want to take this rating. I saw Star Snipe streaming, and he was using the shotgun, and he said that it still made some noise. So take it for what you will. I think I wouldn't take a shotgun with a silencer because it still makes noise. Like you would rather use that noise to be able to open up one more chest before the big one comes. That's just me again. Don't have that again. That's just a rare one. It's not the one with the mods. Tactical reloader. The reloaders start being nice here. It increases critical chance and the speed in which you can shoot. Those are the materials for that. Minus damage though. Critical damage speed, so no negative effects here. Obviously, just costs more. Light guard between this and one of the other mods that added damage. I think it'll be really good. Plus speed, plus critical damage, all that stuff is really nice. There's no negatives. Bead, plus damage. This is probably an upgraded bead, an even better upgraded bead, but I don't have those, unfortunately. And you can also put a red dot. I think for me this is a waste. Again, I mean, it increases the chances a lot and the damage and the range, but shotguns are meant to be close range to increase the range and just the chances of getting these. Like, I'm not saying don't do it, but leave this one towards the last one. Also, sorry, I forgot to mention, the Glock has a total of 15 upgrades, not including 2 more that are those active mod upgrades. Like I was saying before, these 2 right here. So altogether, besides those, or altogether has 17. 15 if you don't include those right now, because I don't think you can get those, so it's not really worth even counting them right now, really, since they're not even available really in the game. But that's just my opinion. The shotgun has 13 upgrades available, plus 1 active upgrade. The MK or AK, sorry, 47 has 16 upgrades available plus 2 active ones. Go through these. Double magazine plus durability are always really nice with no negative effect. Even though this is extremely rare and I don't have it, I think comparing it to the Scar where I do have it, and it decreases the stability. I mean those assault rifles already miss enough as it is that I actually want to add more stability rather than reducing the stability. That's me. So compare depending on what these would be, this might not be that bad of an upgrade. If this has no negatives, this most likely is going to have a negative. But if this one has no negative, I would personally go for this one. That's just my opinion again. Um, Mechanical sight just increases damage. Again, I think getting the most basic, it's a waste because you're wasting those materials rather than getting the best one. But then also there's a trade-off, right? Red dot sight increases the damage but decreases speed. Those are the materials for that. Times 2 sight increases damage a lot, increases the range a lot, but reduces speed. Reducing the speed is not the worst thing in my opinion when it comes to the assault rifles, because then it won't miss on you as much. If it's not shooting as much, it won't be as much recoil. If you do this and then something that increases the stability, you might be okay, fine with it. Times 4 sight increases critical damage, critical chance, increases range by a lot, but reduces the speed. Double muzzle brake, critical chance increases by 3, stability increases by a lot, which is nice, but it reduces the durability. I wouldn't necessarily go with that one. That's my opinion. There's probably better for these upgrades. This one, here we go, increases the range, increased stability, still goes negative durability though, and a lot more noise. Yeah, these are two essentially the same, except that this one is just critical damage and this one's actually just regular damage. Flash hider, critical damage, critical chance. Homemade silencer, those are usually the same. Increases critical chance, increases regular damage, a lot less noise, a little bit less durability, and range. I think that's a fair trade-off for that one. There's no other silencer for the AK. This isn't a silencer, it's a flash hider. Reduced stock, or reinforced stock, sorry, increases the chance by 2. That's not altogether damage, so right now I think it's a percentage, but we'll figure that out once we finally get an upgrade that increases that. That will be a whole nother video of what these actually upgrades do. This is just again for you guys to see what the materials are if needed and what these do, so you can make the best decision. So if all of a sudden you unlock one of these and you're like, oh, this is the only one that I unlock, this is the only one that I have, this is the one I'm going to spend my resources on, don't. This is the reason I'm making this video, to help you guys out determine if that's a good upgrade for you. Obviously I don't have all of them, but I think with 80% of them you can still make a good decision on which ones you want to upgrade. And as we see, they're kind of like a trade-off, as from the ones that I don't have, or the ones that I do have. You see, as that increases, the more materials that are needed for the next one, it means it's better. Sometimes they do have negatives, but I'm sorry, I only have 80% of it. I couldn't spend any more money. I think I spent enough to help you guys as it was. I hope you guys appreciate that and don't yell at me for not having all the attachments. Moving on then to the next one. Laser red, critical damage. That's simple, easy. I would not spend the materials for that if that's all it's going to give me. Laser green, again, way better use of these materials. And then just the last two mods with active skill, like I was mentioned before. Moving on to the VSS. The VSS has a total of 15 upgrades plus 2 mods with an active skill upgrade. Extended magazine reduces the chance for critical damage when you do finally do land one, but not the chance for it. Plus damage and plus durability. That's pretty nice. Don't have that one. Probably just an upgrade. Don't know. Plus minus is obviously. Red dot plus damage times the sight times 2 plus critical damage. But you get less chance to do critical. That's counterintuitive in my opinion. Let me give my guy food here so he doesn't end up hurting. We're going back to the VSS. We're at the times 2 sight, like I was saying, counterintuitive there, but that's just my opinion. Sight times 4 increases the damage but reduces the speed. Again, reducing the speed is not the worst thing, especially in the VSS. It's already slow enough as it is. Don't have that common one, don't have extremely rare one. Sight times 8 increases the damage by a lot, which is nice in the VSS that it already does 50. I don't know if it makes it reach any thresholds like it is. It might. I mean, the toxic abominations already have 300 HP and it's 6 hits with VSS to hit it, so having a little bit extra damage, unless it goes up to 60, but we don't know that. Again, once I start upgrading a couple of these, I'll make another video to show a little bit more insightful what each one of these pluses increases it by and what it decreases it by. Light stock, critical chance. Stock with cheek pad, critical chance. Tactical stock, damage and critical damage. No negatives there. Um, red laser, critical damage. Green laser, just regular damage. This is the one that would do Epitol. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. At Atpial 1. Because it increases damage and critical damage. This one's mod with an active skill, so until I unlock those, this is the best probably one for that. Handle plus damage and critical damage. I mean, the VSS is not fully automatic, so you don't need the stability on it. So increases both of those. It's pretty decent, but again, not a lot of resources. I mean, a lot of resources with 18 factory packs. Those are rare, or extremely rare. So to spend 18 for just that much, I don't think it's worth it. Especially like I said before, just getting a little upgrade on the VSS damage doesn't make you hit any thresholds. Moving on to the Scar. The Scar has 16 upgrades available, plus 2 mods with an active skill that are, I guess, said probably not available right now. Light magazine, durability just +1, common. Extended magazine, critical damage and durability +2. They're the materials for that. These are kind of decent, I think, at least in my opinion, because they don't require like the glue that is pretty like in high demand. It's not extremely rare to find the glue, but since it's used for a lot of the weapons, you have to take into consideration like when you're actually going to use the glue on those like first, and which ones you eventually put onto them. So any mod that doesn't require the glue, I think, in my opinion, is pretty good to go ahead and do those upgrades. See, like this one increases the durability by a lot, but it reduces stability. I personally would go with this one. I mean, once I find this one, then I can compare it. But comparing these two, the extended magazine and the double barrel, I would personally go with the extended magazine. I don't like it reduces stability. The Scar is already like a super high rate fire assault rifle that would already probably miss a lot. So to decrease the stability more, make it miss more, to me the upgrade would not be worth it. Red dot, just critical damage. That's the materials for that. Don't have that one. Sight ×4, critical damage, critical chance. Is okay. Again, not my style to go with the critical stuff. Minus speed, so that might be okay for the Scar since it already shoots really fast to reduce the speed so it doesn't miss as much. Don't have this one. Short barrel. In my opinion, this is a really bad upgrade to get, even though it's fairly cheap, because there's no glue required, there's no factory parts required. The damage increases, so does the critical damage, but minus durability by a lot, minus stability by a lot, and increased noise. It's like too many negatives for the small amount of positive it's giving. Long barrel, a lot better than compared to the short barrel. Plus damage, plus stability, which is really needed on the assault rifle, so that's really good. Critical damage, and again, fairly cheap. Iron plates are not that bad. Aluminum plates are not that bad. Gun oil, not that many upgrades require like a lot of gun oil, but you still want to be careful that this is the one that you want to go up with because it's still like a fairly rare item. And then the springs are pretty easy to find. You get about one each weapon you put in the recycler. Triple muzzle brake, critical damage, critical chance, a lot of stability, which is nice. A little bit less durability, but I think it's worth it because with all the stability that you're gaining, you're going to be missing a lot less, and therefore actually increasing the damage you get per clip on that gun. When the durability goes down, it's okay because it's less ammo that you have per clip. But again, the stability makes you hit most of those shots. When you miss a shot, it still counts as the ammo being used in the gun. Silencer, standard silencer increases damage, increases critical damage, minus a lot of noise, minus a lot of critical chance, and minus range, which is fine. Those are the ones for that. That's fairly cheap too. Just we can't craft the Scar yet, or else I would probably make this the choice to be able to get the silencer, more compared to the M16, and just for the materials at least wise, the Scar you can only get on special sort of ways. You can't really get it as common as the M16 and the AK. Red laser, not too bad on the high tech components. They're kind of used in other stuff, so take it as you will. That's just critical damage and critical chance. This is just flat damage. Critical chance by a lot, not as nice as the VSS for the same at PL1. This is the one with mod with active skill. This is just extremely rare. Haven't gotten it. Mod with active skill. You can even see there's a star by it. All right, so moving on to the M16. The M16 has 12 attachments, and I have all the attachments for this one. Yeah. Besides the ones with the mod with the active skill attachments, like I said, I don't think those are available. So we can actually compare each one of these. I crafted this one, so unfortunately I don't have the screen to show what materials are needed for it, but they're fairly cheap if I was able to do it. So it might be worth it for you. The extended magazine is just regular magazine. Materials needed for that. Grip, I got the grip. Actually, it's not a magazine compared to this. Actually, sorry about that. It's a grip. It's not more ammo, but it does increase the stability, which is kind of like increasing the clip that you have, because like I said before, the more accurate your weapon is without missing a lot, it's like it has a bigger clip because a lot more of those shots are hitting and not missing, not wasting that ammo. Double magazine. A lot of durability, minus stability. I don't know if I like that. The minus stability, they kind of like contradict each other right there too, and it's not excessively expensive. I mean, 15 glue or adhesive as it's named here. It's not terrible. Barrel magazine, damage is increased by a lot, durability is a lot, and only a little bit of stability. This is actually might be worth it when the durability goes up that much and only a little bit of stability is lost. That might be worth it in my opinion. Even what the most expensive, are factory parts. Steel plates are kind of big, but it's up to you. Again, for you guys to make a decision. I'm just here to show you and give you a little bit of insight. Damage, red dot, +2. 8 lands, aluminum plates, bolts, springs, not too bad. The most expensive one here is the lens. You can use, the lens are used for any sight. Sight ×2, critical damage +2. Critical chance only +1 there. Mod with active skill. Like I said, I have all of them besides this one for those. Flash hider, plus damage, minus critical damage, plus critical chance. Not too bad. The gun oil is the most expensive for that one. Muzzle brake, critical damage, +3 stability, a little bit more. Plus noise, minus durability. Take that for what you will, whatever. Hand silencer, critical damage, critical chance again. This one doesn't, compared to the other silencers, it does not increase the regular damage at all. It even reduces the range by a lot, so this might not be the best silencer for gun. If you guys really don't have any other silencers, then yeah, sure, go for it. But even in itself is not too expensive. Plastic is pretty easy to find. Duct tape, yeah, 60 is a bit much, but whatever. It's not the worst thing to find either. Adhesive 8, that's not bad at all, and 40 spring, but it's a lot of negatives and stability too, so you're missing a lot more. I don't know. That's an iffy one. This one's the regular silencer. This one's a handmade, so hence why the quality's not as good. And this one's just a regular silencer. This one's the one that actually does increase the regular damage, does increase critical chance, reduces noise by a lot. Does this one reduce the noise? Yeah, it's only -1 noise, and this one doesn't reduce the range as much. But as you can see, it's a lot more expensive to make. 18 factory parts and 10 carbon composites. I've yet to get any one of these from the recycler, but I don't have my weapons level upgrade a lot yet. I think it's like a level 10-ish or so hopefully it'll get better. I'll finish up the M16 here and then check up on my guy really quick. He might be getting hungry soon. Red laser, critical damage, critical chance. High-tech components, probably the most expensive. Actually, nope, all that is pretty expensive too. Green laser, damage, just plus regular damage. High-tech, aluminum, not terribly bad either, but just 1 regular damage. We'd have to see how much that actually increases it. Let me go check up on my guy here. Yep, he was needing food soon. That's the last of my waters. I will only do the ARs for this one, and then we'll go on to the bow and melee weapons in another video, just to kind of keep it short. So Zipcun. The Zipcun has 7 attachments plus 1 active attachment I don't have. the active, but I have all the other ones. This one is one that I want to try out actually, but we'll go down the list. Bolt action, critical damage, not very expensive, but you only get +1 on that. Improved bolt action, so obviously improved critical damage more, increases the range a little bit as well, which is nice because since it's a bolt action, it takes a while to charge. They kind of get to your face anyway, so it defeats the purpose of the revolve of the zip gun. Not expensive either. I mean, 8 glue, not too bad. Revolver, so it increases the speed in which it shoots, but it reduces the damage. It's interesting to see how much it reduces the damage because it does 18, and it doesn't. I don't think the damage reduction is gonna make it miss any thresholds, like have you spend an extra bullet to kill something, and it's not quite as expensive. I mean, 12 factory parts. Yeah, for the zip gun might not be the best investment you want to make, but I'm definitely gonna try this one out after I get a couple others. That um, I wanna try out. Handmade muscle brake, plus damage, plus noise, minus durability. I personally wouldn't want to go for that for the zip gun. I mean, it's not too expensive, but the durability goes less. Handmade silencer, critical damage, minus noise only once, minus range. Durability for the reinforced grip, and comfortable grip. I think it's temp factory parts for a little bit more durability, and the zip gun is not worth it. But that's just my opinion. That's it for this video, guys. Like I said, I'm just gonna do the guns in this one. I just wanted to show you guys as many blueprints as I had so far, so you can kind of make the best guess. I personally first would start upgrading the melee weapons, which will go on in the next video, and we'll review those later. Thanks. Bye. Hope this video helps you guys.